Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Michael's Corner. Um, Before I bring in my guests, um, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And speaking of YouTube, guess what? Yours truly has reached his goal of 900 subscribers on YouTube. That's right. I reached my goal, you guys. So now my new goal is to get up to 1K. That's right. I want to get up to 1K, you guys. I think we can do it. I think we can do it if you could just spread the word to everyone you know. Um, my YouTube channel is Michael's Wrestling Channel. Easy to remember. Um, I gotta give a couple of shout outs before I bring in my guest, which is JT Energy. It's been 2 years since I last talked with him and whatnot. So you guys have demanded me to bring JT Energy back on my show. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, a couple of shout outs. I gotta give a shout out to the Indie Talk with Jaron and Jerry. You can follow them on social media, Facebook and Instagram. And another shout out I want to give out to is Cape Fabe Toys. And you can follow them on social media. I think they're on Facebook and Instagram. And another and final shout out I'm gonna give out to is, of course, the Wrestle Talk podcast. And you can follow them on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay, so with that being said, let's not waste any more time. I gotta bring in JT Energy. I mean, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Um, Him and oh my God, the last time I interviewed him, I forgot to set my Instagram profile to public so everyone can the feed, see the live stream. But the problem was they was unable to comment. So I made that first mistake because I was new and naive. But you know what? Now I set it to public so everyone can comment. So, and I can't believe we got one person live. But you know what? If I bring JT Energy, I better see a lot of people. If not, it's okay. It's going to be on YouTube later on. If not, tomorrow. So, okay, now I'm just jabbering. Let's bring him on. There he is.
There I am.
Yeah, I had to do it. I had to do it because it's been like it's been 2 years since I last interviewed you.
Well, the streak has ended. Tonight, we're back.
Thank God. Thank goodness. So so you have done so I gotta ask you, what have you been up to since our last interview?
I've been trying to stay busy. Busy with wrestling, busy with life, just things that are trying to, I don't know, fulfill me with pro wrestling or fulfill me on my career path that I've followed. So I think I've been a champion in places. I've lost championships. I've had a chance to be a part of AEW. I lost in AEW, but
Let's talk about that.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. So, how did you feel about being in AEW?
It was amazing. Being in that environment at the Target Center in front of that many people, especially being in the ring, being excited for a match, and not realizing how popular the Acclaimed were. And when their music hit, that place erupted. And I looked at my partner, I said, "Uh-oh, I think we're in for trouble." As JR would say, business was about to pick up based on what I heard there. And it was a quick one, but we did our best. But the Acclaimed got the best of us that day.
All right. And JT Energy, let me point something out to you. You know that Minneapolis, Minnesota is my neck of the woods.
It is.
You know that?
I do.
That was my neck of the woods. And to be at the Target Center, yeah. Now, I haven't been to the Target Center since the renovation, so I haven't been there since, a long time. So that's in my neck of the woods.
It was real nice. Quake by the lake.
Yep. And let me know if you're in my neck of the woods again.
Of course, absolutely, I will.
You never know.
I'm sure if I'm close enough, you might make a trip over.
See, now we gotta talk about getting you over here again for Midwest All-Star Wrestling.
I know. It just popped up on my timeline that a year ago, almost to the day, I was making my Midwest All-Star Wrestling debut against Craven Knight. And unfortunately, Craven Knight put me to sleep. But I think we had a very interesting match to start off that show that I'm very proud of. And the opportunity that we had that day, I got to be in that same locker room with Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. And I was pretty excited that day. I was maybe the nerves got to me too much, and that's how Craven Knight slipped, and he pulled me, put me up in the air, and then he put me down real quick with that finisher.
Oh my goodness! And let's talk about, because you always get referred to, because you look like, now don't take this the wrong way, because you almost look like Christopher Daniels.
I've heard that. I've heard that before. And back when I had my match with Eric Rowan on Monday Night Raw, when that match happened and it got put on YouTube, I can remember going to YouTube and I was scrolling through all the comments, seeing what people were saying. And people said, even back then, they said, "Who is this Christopher Daniels wannabe that is in the ring with Eric Rowan?" And then when Max Caster cut a rap on me and he called me a broke-ass Christopher Daniels, I thought, okay, what am I missing here, guys? I think, personally, to settle the score, myself and Christopher Daniels need to have a one-on-one match.
Yeah, and you know what? If that comes to fruition, just let me know. And I'll post it on social media about my thoughts. You gotta get that win. Yep. And like one of these days, I'm gonna see you in person. You're gonna see my face,
Someday. I've seen it twice now virtually, but that's about it.
Yes. I got it. Hey, you're on high demand right now. So
well, that's a good problem to have.
Mm-hmm. So, so, I gotta tell you about this.
Okay.
What made you start? You know, start because you collect um trading cards. You
Yes.
know, wrestling trading cards, and every Thursday you do a live video on Instagram, on your Instagram.
Yep.
You know, whoever wants to buy the pack of wrestling trading cards, can you kind of give me the rundown of how did you get that started? Or what came the idea of you starting, selling wrestling trading cards?
Yeah, sure. So during the pandemic, when everybody had all the downtime in the world, I saw a lot of people doing different things associated with hobbies. And when I was younger, I really, really enjoyed trading cards. I can remember going to the gas station or to the store and seeing packs of trading cards, whether they were sports trading cards or Marvel trading cards or wrestling trading cards. I really enjoyed them. And then I had this really big stint of time where I didn't necessarily care about spending my money on trading cards. And then I saw during that time period that a lot of people, what they were doing is they would buy these boxes of trading cards. And inside those boxes of trading cards, it would say like one guaranteed autograph or something that was guaranteed. And a lot of people, when they go out, they don't necessarily have the means to buy that box for the guarantee. They don't want to spend that money. But what you can do is you can let someone else buy it and then you can buy into that box for the opportunity to maybe win it. It's kind of like buying a lottery ticket. You don't know if you're going to win it, but there's the chance that you're going to win it. And when you buy into a trading card break, you're guaranteed to get trading cards. And it's kind of like a live Powerball pick. You're sitting there, you're watching, you're waiting, hoping that you're going to win. So when I started to see these things, I thought, well, if I go to, let's say, Target, and they're selling a box of trading cards for, I don't know, 30 bucks, I'll just try to figure out, okay, if there's 6 packs of cards in here and I'm spending 30 bucks, I will just ask for $1 or $2 more so that I make a profit off of this, and I'll sell these packs to people and then I'll open them live on Instagram. And when I started to do this, I realized that there were some people I knew that were kind of interested in it. They liked the idea of it. They also liked the idea of just like being a part of something. So I thought, okay, this is pretty fun. And trading cards started to be a little easier to come by. So I would sell these packs of trading cards. And once I started to acquire a lot more, I realized that I could also start doing like giveaways. Or if I went to a card show and I bought an autograph, that I would make the autograph part of the giveaway. And when I make the autograph part of the giveaway and I'm guaranteeing somebody's going to win it, I know that I can also ask for a little bit more money, because a lot of people, they don't have the chance to get those autographs when I'm opening the pack of cards. But if I guarantee that someone's going to get that autograph that night, especially if it's a superstar that you love, a lot of people are very excited and they'll buy, 1 or 2 packs because they want to increase their odds. So every Thursday night throughout the week, people that I know that are interested, I'll shoot them a message, ask if they would like to purchase a pack. I'll have people Venmo or PayPal or Cash App me. Some people that I trust, if I know that they're good for their money, I'll even say, hey, pay me at the next show that you see me at. And a lot of people will come out to shows at SCW Pro or 3XW or Central Empire Wrestling, a lot of the local places. And they'll pick up their cards when they see me at the show, as well as, checking out my new merchandise. So if anybody is ever interested, I do a card break every Thursday night. If you don't want to buy into my card break yet, but you want to see how it is, I also do a free giveaway every single week now, where if I put your name in the drawing and you win the giveaway, hey, maybe I'll send you some random cards your way. It's all about having a little bit of fun, finding a time to relax, and just kind of talk with the people in my Instagram community that follow me and follow my career.
Now speaking of that, you can see in my background, I have a lot of 8x10 photos.
I see that.
Uh-huh. But there's one thing missing.
Is it me?
Yes.
I think we're going to have to fix that.
We're going to have to fix that. Yeah, because now I'm seeing your face for the second time.
Mm-hmm.
We need to fix that.
Yep. You get a special 8x10 that's autographed by me that says two-time podcast guest.
Yes. Yep. And guess what I'm gonna do to it when I do get that 8x10 photo of yours?
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hang it up. I'm gonna hang it up right on my closet door.
Are you gonna put me right over your shoulder and replace it with the one right there?
Yeah, I'll replace. Well, yeah, I'll just kind of replace that and put you up there.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. So I'll DM you and we'll talk. Okay.
Sounds good.
So so let's talk about Central Empire Wrestling, because I know I've been watching some of the shows on YouTube during the pandemic,
Okay.
and I saw that you had a recent interview with someone, and it kind of got heated. Can you tell me what was on your mind during the interview?
Well, most of the time, when someone wants to interview me or they want to talk to me, especially during that time period, I had quite a chip on my shoulder. I knew that I was the champion that was carrying Central Empire Wrestling through that time period. And I am still the Central Empire Wrestling champion. And I have fought many competitors. And one of my goals since the day that I won that championship was not only to keep that championship, but to make sure that people put some respect on my name and made sure that I was a formidable champion, that when people stepped into the ring with me, they knew that I was capable of winning by any means necessary. And if you're not going to step into the ring with me and be prepared for a match of that caliber, then the people that talk a lot of smack, but they don't back it up in the ring, they just look dumb. And so when people ask me dumb questions in interviews, sometimes my blood gets boiling and I start talking a little bit louder and I get a little bit more aggressive. And now I may have toned that down a little bit since that time in Central Empire Wrestling, but that version of JT Energy is still very much alive in me. It's just in a place.
I don't, like I said, I don't want to see your bad side. I kind of like this version right here because this is a shoot interview and whatnot. But yeah, now I kind of get it. I get it. You want to put some respect into your name, and when people start asking you dumb questions, then you gotta put them in their place.
I do. People got to realize that time is money, and I want to make sure I have an interview out there. But if people are going to watch that interview, I don't want them wasting their time. I want them to be excited and feel like they were entertained and they did not waste their time. And I don't like to be a time waster.
Exactly. And same here. When I do all these interviews, I want to make sure that they're fun, they're exciting, they're entertaining because, I like to, I'm doing this for entertainment. I'm doing this for my YouTube subscribers because,
All
like you
900
said,
of them.
900. I
900.
gotta do more content. I even posted a content right before I did this interview.
Yeah.
I mean, right before I went live. So, yeah, and that's like, people want to see more content of me, you know? It's like, people are actually watching. They're not like, say, you know what? I don't care about this person. But seriously, though, people are really watching,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Well, they're
So,
subscribing and they're staying and they're waiting for the content.
yeah, exactly. Um, and I'm doing this live stream, and I'll post this content, either tonight or tomorrow, so
Good.
that they can watch it on YouTube and give me feedback. Cause
We'll
that's
get
what,
we're gonna get you one step closer to 1,000.
yes, that's the goal. That's the goal, is to get to that 1,000 mark. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I gotta I gotta bring up this new gear that you had on. I saw
Okay.
a couple of photos.
Yep.
We gotta. What made you decide, okay, to get a singlet? Because usually you like wearing tights.
Yes.
So you changed it up a bit.
Yes. So since I've debuted, I have been wearing trunks and leggings with my outfits, and that's kind of been my signature look for quite a while. But the problem is I've been wrestling now for upwards of 6 years, and people know one specific thing. Well, if there's anything that I've learned from watching professional wrestling for a good chunk of my life, is that the people that you enjoy don't stay the same. They might have classic looks or different types of gear that they wear over the years, but every now and then you got to change it up a little bit just to give that fresh coat of paint on yourself. Make yourself a little bit brand new, a new version of who I
So,
am.
so basically, you're saying you want to make yourself relevant. But that's important in the biz. You wanna stay relevant. You wanna try something new every year. Because if you do the same thing over and over again, then it kind of gets boring, and then fans won't say, "What the hell is this?"
Oh yeah,
So
you
it's
got to
gotta,
think about it kind of like for a long time, everybody knew that Roman Reigns looked like he was in the Shield, and then he just had his big logo here. He was still wearing the vest, but then that day that Roman Reigns walked out, and he wasn't wearing that Shield vest anymore, and it was just pants and the glove Roman Reigns. He was the same Roman Reigns, but he sure did look different. And that's what I'm hoping for, is I'm hoping people will look at me and go, I know that's JT Energy. Well, look at this JT Energy. I like how he looks, trying to accentuate different parts of my body. I don't call myself the 6-star booty anymore. It's still there, but I am the unsolved mystery. And I needed that new look to usher myself in to the end of 2022 and bring forth a new look for 2023.
exactly. Yep, yep. Yep. Sometimes you gotta change things up. You gotta change things up in your career, because you never know. You're still the same JT Energy, but look at this JT Energy. You're gonna be in business, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So yeah. I'm glad that you thought about that too, because you know, when I made that comment, when I said what's up with the singlet,
Hmm.
and I wasn't trying to, I ain't say that I didn't like it. I just saying, what's up with this? And
It's
then
time for a change.
when you finally told me on, I believe it was on Facebook, that
Hmm.
you was going for a new look. I said, you know what? Now wait a second. Let me take it one more good look at it. You know what I said in that message? You know what? I love it. I love it. It's different. It's different.
Yep.
I'm processing it. Therefore, I'm used to it.
Yep. And I'm sure I got some real good pictures from this weekend from when I was wrestling. And I'm going to post those so people can see some more new good looks with that new gear.
Hmm. And you know that blue is my favorite color.
Oh, is it? See?
So,
I got
so
that
you got
sparkling
good
blue all
taste.
over.
You got good taste because here's the reason why I like blue so much. Um, you know that May, I think it's April or May, is Autism Awareness Month.
Sure.
And I have told people about this before, on my live streams or at wrestling shows, um, that I have autism.
Hmm.
And there's some days that I forget that I have a disability, but people just accept me for who I am, and not just on my disability and whatnot.
Right.
Um, I can still, I can still live, you know, I can still be like everybody else, having a paying job and doing this and that.
Yeah.
But I do have a support system,
Yeah.
a
Absolutely.
support system that helps, and whatnot. So, like, if anything happens to my father or anybody else, I have that support system.
Right.
So, so I just want to bring it out there that, the reason why I like blue so much, it could be any kind of blue. It could be navy blue. It could be sky blue. It could be royal blue,
Yeah.
which you got on your trunks. It could be any kind of blue. So
Well,
I just
that's
want to
good.
bring it out there.
I started my career, my first pair of trunks that I bought, they were blue. And so now I've returned to blue and I got that gold trim to go with it with a little bit of a black in there. So I'm excited to wear these colors and keep this new look going. And maybe at some point over the next year, maybe I'll get a different color variation. But for now, I'm perfectly happy. And I can't. The gentleman who made my gear, his Instagram handle is Danger Snake. It's
Okay.
Danger. So it's danger, but with an I, snake, Danger Snake. He's the one that made him. And he is one of the guys that actually makes gear for AEW. And so I was very happy to have the opportunity for him to make some gear for me because I've used a couple other different gear makers in the past and they've all done an outstanding job. I was excited to see what he could bring to the table. And my last set of gear that I had, the purple with the gold, with the question marks all over it, that a lot of people thought was very like Riddler inspired. He also made that as well before he was hired by AEW. So I've been very pleased with the looks that he's been help me debut and bring to the public's eye.
Hmm. And you know who also makes ring gear? And you kind of talked about him already, Craven Knight. And Craven Knight also makes good wrestling gear as well, you
Yes,
know?
he has actually made the gear that I wore on Monday Night Raw when I faced Eric Rowan. I was wearing brand new gear that Craven had made for me, and that was the first time that I had worn it was on Monday Night Raw. So I was very pleased and happy. Uh, it was funny because that day that I was there and I had that match, one of the memories that I remember very fondly is I was in the back getting ready to come out for my match, and one of the guys that was in the back also there was Rusev. And he looked at my gear and he said, bro, those trunks are so small. And I said, I know, that's how I want them. And he goes, man, that's exactly what you got. And I'll never forget that. Rusev looking at my trunks thinking, I can't believe those are so small. But he thought it was very funny. Me and him had a good laugh together.
Hmm. Yeah, I like Rusev too, you know. He's a he's a he's a funny guy, you know. And every time you know, he's in character and whatnot. And I miss him with long hair, you know.
Yeah?
And if anybody didn't cheer for Lana, you know, he'll go, "You people shut up. You
Yeah.
you you cheer for Lana, and you show me respect." And he is so funny, you know.
Yeah.
And then Lana, the way Lana said told the told the fans, "Shut up." I kind of laugh.
Yeah.
She cracks me up every time she says that.
They were quite the duo.
Yes, and I miss that. You know, I miss that because Rusev he's a hell of a talent. You know, when
Agreed.
he gets you into that camel clutch, that it's over.
It's over.
Hmm. So, may I ask how many gear that you got? Because you got so many gear made. How many do you have? Is it 50 or 100 or?
Oh no, not that many. I've had a lot of different looks, but if I go through them here, I had my debut look, which was very generic. Go online, find a wrestling website that sells gear, buy it. That's who I was. And
Mhm.
then I got my first set of blue gear that said 6-star booty right across the back. Then I switched to some black gear, which was the first set of gear that I had made by Craven Knight, black and red. And then I switched it to black and pink. And then I switched to a black and a gold with purple. And then I went to my purple with gold with the question marks. And now I'm here with the blue with the gold singlet. So I had 6 sets of gear that were all just trunk related. My trunks and my leggings are my thigh highs. And this 7th pair, I believe, this is my first singlet or my first step away from trunks. But there's been different matches throughout the years where I've had like special attires or special things that I've worn based on the significance of the match. Kind of like every now and then, like a one-off. Sometimes you might see people wear gear one time specifically for like a WrestleMania match or something like that. So I've done that a couple times, but the singlet's going to stay for quite a while. I really like it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, yeah, it shows a new side of you and everything. But that Central Empire Wrestling better watch out because you got a new set of gear and
Well, I don't know if you saw pictures, but at the end of the last show, I was facing the Candyman, Willie Sweet, and he had stolen my title. But at the end of that match, Jared Thumb gave him a stunner, and then I pinned him. He had saved me, and I retained my Central Empire Wrestling Championship. But after the match, the Buns of Steel, Jay Fowler, came out and he held that championship, and he said, in 2023, JT Energy, I'm coming for the championship. And me and him have a history in Central Empire Wrestling where I used to be the one that was coming for him. And now the tables have turned and he is the one coming for me.
oh my goodness, that Jay Fowler, he changed. I mean, because the tables were reversed. You're supposed to go after him, and now he's going after you. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This version of Jay Fowler, I don't know if you've seen him lately, but that man, he is quite intimidating now. He is put on a lot of muscle, and he is a very different person than who I faced years ago.
I tell you, I saw him. I saw him back in over the summer, back in July, and I can tell you when I booed him and whatnot, when I saw him in person, I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, he just better not come after me because he got the big muscles and
Yep.
he jacked up. I was like, oh my God, this is a different Buns of Steel that I've known within the past, way before the pandemic hit, you know?
Right. Right.
So it's like, oh my God, I gotta stay away from him. He, I bet he's a handful.
I think so. Probably two handfuls.
Oh my goodness. Well, well, you know, I have faith in you, JT Energy. I think you're gonna be. You gotta keep that title because nobody. If he takes that title from you, oh boy, I may have to come up there and straighten him out.
Hey, you heard it here first. You're going to straighten him out. I'll make sure that he knows.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just yep, yep. You tell him I said that.
I will.
All right. Now, okay, I gotta bring this up. It's a little bit on the personal side,
Okay.
but I you are engaged.
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, how does it feel to be engaged?
It feels amazing. We are slowly but surely working towards our wedding, which will happen in 2023. And I was lucky enough a couple weeks ago to get engagement pictures done by one of the most talented photographers that I know, Chris Manning. You can follow him online at Photos by Manning. He's a
Oh,
very busy man, but if you hit him up and you know very far in advance that you would like some pictures done, you might be able to get it booked. But now I have this plethora of engagement pictures, and every Wednesday on my Instagram, I've been posting a wedding countdown Wednesday picture, so that way everyone can follow along as we count down the days until myself and my fiance tie the knot.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I gotta say congratulations to you on that
Thank you.
because you know, have to bring that up. So anything can happen on Michael's corner, you know.
You never know.
Yeah. So, so now when you're not wrestling, what does JT Energy like to do on his when he's not wrestling?
Well, I go to work. I go right to the gym. I leave the gym. I come home. I hang out with my fiance and our cats. And if I can, I'll wait until Friday night comes around. I'll turn on Netflix and I'll check out the latest episode of The Great British Baking Show, one of my favorite shows that I like to watch every single week. That's
What
what you can watch JT Energy doing.
what's your favorite show on Netflix? Maybe I can watch it.
It's called right now. It's called The Great British Baking Show.
Okay.
It's a competition where every week they make different treats. Sometimes they'll have a dessert week. Sometimes they'll have a pie week. Sometimes they'll have a bread week. And the judges, they taste all their delicacies. And whoever does the best gets Star Baker. And whoever does the worst, you're going home.
Mm-hmm.
But watching them make these delicious treats, I love it. It's very entertaining. Makes me very hungry too.
Yeah. So as for me, when I'm not interviewing wrestlers or going to wrestling shows, I work at a grocery store called Lunds and Barley's. Um, I've been working, I'm located in the Golden Valley, Minnesota. It's on Highway 100. So it was on Highway 100, it's not far from where I live.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there for 17 years.
Wow.
I am their carry-out and courtesy clerk. So a carry-out is I bag people's groceries. If they have about two or more bags, I ask customers if they need help taking out their groceries. So it's not easy. It's not easy, but once you get a hang of it,
Mm-hmm.
hang of it, then then the rest is history. So I've been doing all of that for 17 years.
And there's one thing that people always need, and that's groceries.
Exactly. Um, I worked I worked throughout this whole entire pandemic because, and let me tell you, that it was it was busy.
I bet everybody needs their groceries carried out because they don't want to come into the store anymore.
Yeah. It was, yeah. I mean, this pandemic has really, shut, really changed a lot of people's lives. Everything, everything got shut down and whatnot. But I am so happy to hear that things are opening back up again and
Mm-hmm.
slowly but surely.
Yep.
So also, I am a gamer.
Oh, are you?
I like to play on my video games.
Sure.
I like to play mostly wrestling games.
Okay.
Yep. And I have, and a couple years ago during the pandemic, I went back to liking playing basketball games again.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was a bit, younger, um, when I have, you remember PlayStation 2, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I used to play basketball video games on my PlayStation 2, and
Mm-hmm.
then when PlayStation 3 and 4 came out, I kind of took a step back from playing basketball games and all these other games, just to focus on wrestling. But now, I got back into playing basketball games again, and I
Yeah.
love it. And also too, I love Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Ooh.
Mortal Kombat. That's the reason why my screen name has always been MK Just Mike. The
Oh,
MK stands for Mortal Kombat because that's my favorite game. I've been
oh,
playing the game since I was little.
okay.
So I used to won some fights and then I lost some fights.
Of course.
So that's my all-time favorite video game. But other than that, I just stick to wrestling, because wrestling, I can do a Charlotte Flair match. I can do like maybe a 20, 30-minute match
Yeah.
because that Charlotte Flair, she's good.
Oh, yeah.
She's good. And it's funny because I played the Universe mode on WWE 2K22.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I always played the Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's title. And you know something? You know what's funny? I keep changing the title. Title change hands every time.
Back and
Like back and forth, back and forth. So I look at the statics,
mm-hmm.
of that.
Yep.
I can see Charlotte Flair thir- 12 or 13 times. I was like, wow, 13 times SmackDown Women's Champion. And then I look at Ronda Rousey's statistics, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. it was like probably 4 or 5. 5-time women's champion. I was like, oh my God, I gotta stop doing this. But no, I was like, why stop? Because this is good. This is good. I like it when title change hands back and forth. That kind of reminds me of Charlotte versus Sasha Banks.
Sure.
And yeah, so I really I really like where women's wrestling has gone so far.
Hmm.
And within the past 7, 8 years. Oh my God. They in
It's been
steel
really
cage
good.
matches, they're in Hell in a Cell matches, they're in, oh my goodness.
Anything and everything that you can imagine. Even recently,
Mhm.
we finally had Bayley and Bianca Belair in the first ever singles women's ladder match.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about that. That was amazing. I remember watching that. I was like, holy shit. These women just tearing down the house.
They do. They tear down the house, that's for sure.
And we gotta talk about that Bray Wyatt return.
It's
Oh my
it's
God. What was your thoughts on that?
I am very excited just to see where it goes because we are being told a story, and that story absolutely has a purpose. And the only thing you can do is sit back and wait to see what's next. Tune in every week and wait to see what he says, what he does, or who shows up.
Yeah, because I got my DVR set to record for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yep.
Because you never know. You never know what you're gonna see, what these wrestlers gonna do. But oh my God, I just gotta tell my thoughts on the Rey Mysterio and his son Dominic. You know,
Hmm.
oh my God, when he attacked his father, Dominic attacked his father. I was like, holy cow, he is attacking his own father. And then Michael Cole says, somebody should smack him across the face.
Yes, he
I was
did.
like, oh
Yes, he
my
did.
God. I was like, oh my God. Michael Cole's blood pressure's gone up, you know. He's like, oh my God. But I gotta see where this goes because now Rey Mysterio says, I want to be on SmackDown and I want to be the Intercontinental Champion. Because you know what's gonna lead up? Eventually, it's gonna be Rey Mysterio versus his son Dominic at WrestleMania. Who knows?
And I mean, that would be a great place to settle the score.
Yeah, because I remember. Because do you remember this? This was WrestleMania 17. It was Vince McMahon versus his son Shane in a street fight.
Yep,
Remember that?
I do.
And also, too, let's not forget Vince McMahon versus Stephanie, his own daughter Stephanie McMahon in the I Quit match.
Yep.
Oh my God. I can't believe that Peacock had actually, edited that out. Oh my God. Peacock has actually edited that match out.
They can't show everything.
Oh my God. If I want to see that match, I have to go through my old DVD collection.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
why I still got my DVD collection because you never know. You never know. Peacock is, I heard a lot of bad stuff about Peacock. I'm not going to never forgive Peacock for editing out the rock concert.
Yeah,
They edited that out. You know
unbelievable.
what else they did?
What?
That pissed me off. Oh my God. I don't want to say on here, but they also edited out there's something else they edited out that I took it to Twitter. I
Oh,
think I took it to Twitter, but this was 2 years ago. I
okay.
didn't know they edited this out. I'll find out and let you know because they
Okay.
added something else out that kind of pushed my buttons a little bit.
Mhm.
So I said, Peacock, I can't wait till their deal with Peacock finally is over. Shoot. They should have just stayed with the WWE network.
Hey, maybe if we're lucky someday, maybe it'll be back.
It'll be back because it was just doing just fine during the pandemic
Yep.
until they got Peacock. Oh my God. And if I want to go, what the reason why I like about the WWE network is I can go towards the promo. I don't have to rewind. I could go straight to the
Right.
promo or interview segments and whatnot. And then with Peacock, I can't even do that. I gotta rewind and whatnot. Oh, Peacock just pushed my buttons.
Yeah, I can
They
tell.
push my buttons, but that's a lot of story, a lot of video for a lot of time. But there's one more thing I gotta ask you. Well, actually,
Right.
a couple before we wrap this up. Now, let's just say, like if you're done with wrestling, and it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna wrap this up. What would JT Energy do, like, if he wasn't wrestling anymore? Decide to call it quits.
If JT Energy just called it quits, he would just go to work. He would go to the gym, stay healthy as possible, come home, enjoy his wife, enjoy his kids, and sit down, watch wrestling when he had the opportunity, and probably go out and support my local independent shows when I could.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's a good plan. Also, now I'm going to name a few wrestlers.
Hmm.
I like to end this interview because a lot of people likes this now. I'm gonna name a few wrestlers,
Okay.
and if you don't want to answer it, you can say pass.
Okay.
Okay. Jared Thumb.
Well, what are my thoughts on Jared Thumb?
Yeah, what's your thoughts of Jared Thumb?
Jared Thumb is quite the human being, and he can take that however he would like. Um, Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. But Jared Thumb is the one thing I will say about Jared Thumb is Jared's been doing this for quite a while. That when he started this journey as a professional wrestler, I'm sure he talked about it. Jared Thumb went through a very, very rough patch where he had to go through. Uh, he was diagnosed with cancer, and he had to go through chemotherapy, and he is cancer free now, and he is still wrestling on a very consistent basis, going to lots of shows here in Iowa, in Wisconsin, in Kansas. So Jared is doing a lot of stuff to prove that he will chase his dream and he will make his dreams come true, whatever they may be. So sometimes, as much as he grinds my gears, Jared Thumb is he's an all right guy, and I'll probably never say that again.
Mm-hmm. Craven Knight.
Craven Knight, an
Mm-hmm.
incredible human being, both intellectually, in the ring, and especially with his artistic abilities, whether it be making gear or making his own home workout equipment during the pandemic. He is someone who, in lots of ways, is very inspiring to watch and to look at the way that he tackles things that are in front of him. He's also very professional about being upfront with what he is capable of and what he knows his own worth. And I think anybody that has the opportunity to wrestle him, get gear made by him, learn from him, should take all the knowledge and all the opportunities they can when they're around him.
Mm-hmm. Rusev.
Rusev, I love you, and I want you to be on my TV more in some way, shape, or form. And I hope that is sooner than later, because whether it's just by yourself or with your lovely wife, you are a very entertaining duo. And when I watch your clips online, they always make me smile. They always make me laugh. And when you get mad, it is very scary.
All right. Oh my God. I'm gonna name this next person.
Mm-hmm.
You know Austin Bayless,
Mm-hmm.
the owner of Central Empire Wrestling.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Bayless is someone who is one of the hardest working people that I know. Austin Bayless, I've told him multiple times, with his ideas that he has the ability to make people's dreams come true. He has the ability to make things happen that people never thought they would witness, thought they would see, thought they would experience. And the things that he has given to professional wrestling in the circle that I've been grateful to be in, it's unmatched. And I think the things that he is giving to the fans that support Central Empire Wrestling, I don't know if we'd ever be able to pay him back for the things that he has afforded both the fans and the wrestlers that have come to Central Empire Wrestling and tried to help create something extremely special that I don't know if anyone else can match or replicate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, final word. Do you have any more wrestling events coming up that you would like to let everyone know?
Yes. So I will be, I believe I have an upcoming event for a group here in Iowa, I believe in Waterloo, called Absolute Pro Wrestling. It will be my debut match for that promotion. They are a newer promotion, but they have some great talent and they've put on some great shows already. I will also be in a upcoming match for SCW Pro. We will be making our debut in Bluegrass, Iowa. So I would encourage everyone to come out to SCW Pro to watch the match that I'm going to have. I may know or I may not know what's going to unfold, and I can assure people what they may or may not see that night will be something that they have never seen before. I can guarantee that. So whether I'm wrestling for Absolute Pro Wrestling or SCW Pro Wrestling, next year Central Empire Wrestling will come back to put on one of their big events, Bridge City Slam. I'm also going to be wrestling for 3XW Wrestling again when they return to Des Moines. I believe it is December 11th at Woolies, which is an absolutely great venue. I'm very excited to defend my Pure Wrestling Championship, which I've held for over 1,000 days at this point. I've only defended it 3 times, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, but it's been an honor to hold that championship with some great people before me who were able to hold that championship as well. So you can catch me all over the place. I try to be very up to date on my Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, letting people know where I am, what's going to be happening. If you tune into my card breaks every Thursday night, I also make sure to plug whatever my upcoming events are so that way people can look forward to the next show that JT Energy is going to be a part of.
Yeah, and don't you forget about Midwest All-Star Wrestling.
Yes. I may have to send a DM or send an email saying 2023 sounds like a great time for the return of the Unsolved Mystery JT Energy to Midwest All-Star Wrestling.
Yes, you gotta be in my neck of the woods too, because You never know. I just wanna. I just can't wait. I I'm I can't wait to meet you in person someday.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a
We
picture.
gotta
It's
take a
gonna be great.
photo. I'm gonna take a photo with you, and I'm gonna post it all over social media.
Sounds good to me.
You know what, JT Energy, thank you so much for taking your time out of your Sunday to do this with me because it's been 2 years.
I know it has 2 long
And
years.
and you got a better phone so I can see your
Yes.
face clearly.
Yes. That was
So
one of the
thank
things that
you.
I've done this last year. I made sure to save my money and I said, it is time for a new phone. And it has been well worth it because when I started doing my card breaks, I was using my old phone. But when I got my new phone, one of the first things that I heard was from you saying, holy cow, look how clear everything is. And I've been very happy with the quality of investing in new technology to make sure that the people can see you and see clearly and hear clearly. The production value is worth the money.
hmm Okay. And you know what? Don't be a stranger. If you want to be on Michael's Corner, let's not wait 2 years.
Oh
I
no, we won't wait 2 years again.
No, let's not do that again. If you want to be on Michael's Corner, just hit me up on the DMs. I'm pretty responsive, you
Oh
know.
yeah,
So, okay, well, thank you so much. Let's touch base soon, okay?
of course. Make sure to follow your YouTube channel so that way we can get you to 1,000 subscribers. And if any of your subscribers want to follow me on my YouTube, I just crossed 350 subscribers. So I'm slowly but surely trying to chase my way up that YouTube ladder to make sure that I can get some more people as well. So if you
Yes.
can, always feel free to shout me out because I'm trying to be just as popular as you.
Okay. I will I'll let my people know.
Okay.
Follow you on YouTube because you're trying to get up to 900 too, you know. Uh,
Someday.
so, all right. Well, you have a good evening, okay?
You as well.
All right. I think you have. There we go. So that was a very interesting interview. Um, I tell you, JT Energy is a pretty standout guy and whatnot, and looking forward to interviewing him again. So, okay, well, you guys take care and have yourself a great evening. Okay, see you guys in the next episode of Michael's Corner.